Hello, welcome to my channel. Today has been a wonderful day. Check out my new hat. Got this from Ride Brand. I will put a link in the description. Okay, I haven't talked a whole lot about my 22-inch BMX bike. And I know, I'm sorry, a lot of you have been curious to know about this bike, but I have been riding it. It's what I've been riding lately. At the Airbag, but I don't get a lot of footage of myself riding. One, I only can do a couple of tricks, so who wants to watch me? So most of my footage of the Airbag jump is me filming the other riders. But I do have this photo that I will show you of me doing an X-up on this bike at the Airbag jump. Check it out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. That's been kind of my goal of getting into this MTV drone riding, is I want to be good enough to be able to fly while riding the ground jump. Okay, so this is the Fit 22-inch, and so recently I bought these black wheels. They actually were available. They're the same Fit wheels that came on the bike, but they're black instead of the polished rims, and I just couldn't get the brakes to work on the polished rims, and it was super frustrating. No matter what I tried, I just couldn't get the brakes to work, and I need brakes on my BMX bike. I'm too old school to run brakeless, and so I put the black wheels on, and I actually like the look. The two main things I've switched out are that now the black wheels, and I have a black stem instead of a silver stem, so the bike balances out nicely. So I do like that. All right, wow, I had to interrupt that clip. I don't know if you heard right at the end, but there was a big boom and there was a huge explosion outside my house. And I had no idea what it was. I mean, it was big. I was like, holy crap. And so I shut off the lights and kind of went looking outside to see what was going on. And then I saw more, or heard more, and saw fireworks going off, but they weren't like small fireworks. These were like big fireworks that somebody in my neighborhood has apparently. But people are really celebrating this Biden victory. More power to them. We're in Minnesota, Minneapolis. The city's had a rough year. So I really hope for better times ahead. So enough about that. We'll just let the city celebrate today. Let's get back to the Fit 22. So, all right, here we go. So, Fit 22, wheels, stem, all that. So, I have been riding this bike, and so I will just tell you a little bit about it and kind of the differences of how it feels compared to my 20-inch or compared to my 26-inch DJ and stuff like that. I love my Haro Steel Reserve, but it really has a specific kind of niche. I like it on dirt jumps, pump track type stuff, things like that. Even when I had my wooden ramp in the yard, I liked it for that. For the big airbag jump, we have like a 5.5 foot launch that goes not to vertical, but it's pretty steep, and it's a pretty quick radius to get up there. And that bike was fun to ride on it, but doing X-ups, the tire hits my toe, things like that, and it just it's just not really the most fun, like, big launcher ramp trick bike. So I was riding my standard STA, which is a 20-inch freestyle bike, and I like that bike on the airbag jump, and I also like it for more maneuverable kind of ground tricks or for street riding, things like that. But this year I got the 22 and I wanted to really ride it and give it an honest chance, because I was frustrated with this bike at first, mostly because the brakes were just not working out for me. It had a funky issue with the handlebar, things like that. So I have these Cult Crew bars, 9-inch rides. I like these Vans grips. I got the bike set up to where it's right for me. So my final kind of assessment on it is that I like it for certain things. I haven't had a chance to take it to a park nearby, a bike park called Cottage Grove, and I'm curious to know what it's like in the dirt. But kind of my assessment is it doesn't ride like a 20-inch. Like a 20-inch is much more maneuverable, easy to 180, easy to bunny hop, things like that. This bike rides more like a 26-inch bike, and it probably has a lot to do with the fact that it's got a 22-inch top tube on it. My 20-inch bike has a 20.5-inch top tube, and I'm only 5'7" tall. But the taller handlebars do help pull up the front end, and as I got used to this bike, I have been able to pull up the front end and maneuver it quite a bit better. But the stability factor of this is a lot closer to what I feel like on the 26-inch bike than I do from the 20-inch. And you'd think that only 2 inches, this bike would feel more like the 20-inch. But I think because of the longer top tube and kind of its general geometry, it actually feels a lot more stable than a 20-inch bike. So I feel really comfortable jumping it. And so that's kind of my take on it. I think for taller riders, it's probably a good way to go. If you're, pushing 6 foot, 5'10", 6 foot, or you're over 6 foot, riding a 22 seems like it would make more sense to me than riding a 20-inch. I mean, that's just, it kind of makes sense. But it's all up to you. I mean, you can get a 20-inch frame with a 21-inch top tube, 21 1/4, whatever, and 9-inch bars. And then at that point, the wheel size really is what it is. It's how you like the bike to feel. A 20-inch is definitely easier to throw around. So if that's your thing, do it. If you're into jumping and mostly just, airing it out, I kind of think like a 22 would be better, especially for taller riders. For somebody like me, 5'7", I'm not that tall. So it's on the cusp for me. So is it my favorite bike? No. But I'd say out of my bikes that I jump with, my Haro Steel Reserve is my favorite bike for most dirt jumping and things like that. For the airbag jump, I like the 22, and I still like my standard STA on the airbag jump. So it's kind of a toss up there. So anyway, it's good. It's not like 22-inch BMX. It's not some weird thing. You don't hop on the bike and be like, oh my God, this feels terrible or anything like that. It's good riding bike. I like it. So with that being said, I did go do the airbag today, and I got some drone footage and some footage with my new Pixel 5, which you're watching me through here, at the airbag. So I'm gonna end this video with a little music and the clips from jumping the airbag today. Short, but sweet. Oh, over. Yeah.